Ashley from Sunny Made, and today we are going to learn how to trim quarter square triangles. Welcome back. It is tip week of month 4. We are making this lovely block. So far we have made a flip and stitch, a square within a square. That was week 1. Second week we learned how to make quarter square triangles. You should have made 4 of them, and today we are going to learn how to trim them up. What will you need? Okay. Our unfinished size, what we're going to trim them to is 4.5 by 4.5. So you need a square that is at least 4.5 inches square. That's what I have here. I'm going to show you how to use this square and a little bit bigger one. In case you only have a little bit bigger one, you don't need a small one. You need a rotary cutter. Make sure it is nice and sharp. And then of course your cutting mat. So let's get started. Okay, we have our quarter square triangles that we put together last week, and today I'm going to show you how to trim them. Let me get you a little closer so you can see what is going on. Okay, first you need a square that is at least as big as this. We are going to be trimming these to, 4.5 inch squares. I have a 4.5 inch square. I'll also show you, can't get my square to move. I'll also show you how to use it with my 6.5 inch. So what we're gonna do, this is the size that we want it to be trimmed to at the end. The most important thing is we want to get this point right in the middle of the block, because if it was off to one side, it would look totally funky. So we are gonna start. Half of 4.5 is 2 1/4. 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. We're gonna stick those lines right in that point. The other thing you want to be able to do is line up that diagonal right along the diagonal line. Okay, just wanted to check my back real quick. Make sure all my seams were lying flat. Okay, I have the point in the middle, the diagonal line going corner to corner right up that seam. And we are just going to trim. Try to not get my, Yep, I knew it. It got caught right there. Okay, try not to move my square. My square does get kind of, it will slip. So now we're gonna have, you have several points where you can line it up. You're gonna put that 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 right back there in the middle. You can line up that diagonal line, and it should now line up left side and bottom right along your ruler. Whoops. And then of course I knock it. See, these rulers are really slick on your fabric, so make sure that you are holding it down really good when you go to trim them so that, see, I'm not doing a very good job of that. Let's try that again. Okay. Now part of the problem is there's so much fabric right here in the middle that your square is kind of wobbly, so it's really kind of hard. It's really hard to keep it in one spot. Let's use this bigger one. I actually have, I don't know if you can see it. Oh yeah, you can kind of see it. I have some grips on the back of this that should help it not to move as much. So once again, we're gonna do 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, which we're gonna put that right on the dot. Okay, diagonal line going right down that seam. Those are the 2 points you want to line up when you're trimming these. Okay. Oh, see, this one stays in place because it has the grips on the back. Okay. Pull your square off, turn it around. You're going to line up that center piece 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. Line up the diagonal, line up that edge. Okay. All right. And there you have it. So if you have any questions about how to line these up or trim them or why I lined them up a certain way, please leave a comment and your question in the box below. All right, quarter square triangles are all trimmed. So we are ready to put our block together. If you have any questions, like I said, make sure you drop a comment in a question or a comment in the box below, and I will get back to you on that. And make sure you like and subscribe so you can follow along as we put together this quilt block. See you next week.